Okay, Mama Didi, how did you and Yvonne meet? And what do you remember about your very first day as friends?
I don't remember how I met this world leader, this icon, but I think that it was when we walked to and from our church, the Fatima Church. And it is now when I look back that I call this meeting an encounter being one of meeting an adult in a child. Very selective with jokes, nodding when I come up with a joke. And that doesn't necessarily mean Yvonne was not making me laugh with her jokes, but we have different ways of showing how we felt about the jokes that were cracked. Very soft person. Because of health problems, I'm told that she was Daddy's baby. And the siblings knew that Yvonne was for books, whilst they were for the scullery.
What was it like what was she like as a young girl in school, at play, and in the community?
Yeah, on the serious side, very diligent and dedicated. Still that adult in a small child, but in the community, it was basically because of her predisposition, how she carried herself. We were not at that stage where we were taught, but I remember that Yvonne was noticed by Mr. Robert Sobukwe, and that tells us something. Yvonne would at times help me with reading, but we were not meant to read together. We were meant for other things. She was also noticed at school and was made the key actor or the star of a play that we performed. The name of this play was Every Man. Every Man was actually about an individual in the community from life. Let me just correct that to say from the time you are born until you die. The wealth, the possessions, morality, that is what is right, what is wrong, but also the good deeds and the bad deeds. But then death comes, and when death comes, the good deeds will always say, I will not forsake you.
Do you remember any moments where she showed signs of leadership and determination she became known for?
I would say it was obvious in that she was always the selected. Obviously, people can see. For example, she was always asked to be on various programs. I remember Yvonne saying to me, Didi, I cannot manage this anymore. I would like the young judges and attorneys to start taking my place. And she actually called them. And I remember listening to her conversation when she was asked to be on the program during an event. It was clear that she was not selfish. She also talked vegetable gardens, orphanages, and we all know about Yvonne's contributions in church.
How did she treat the people around her, especially friends and classmates?
Yvonne was a kind person. She was soft. Yvonne was giving. I think with regard to the community, we are going to shed a light on the type of person that Yvonne was. I will give an example of Yvonne working with Poppy Teledimo when they both noticed a community member being mishandled. I think this community member was being mishandled by the police, and Yvonne was holding Itateng. She intervened and spoke harshly to the police. It's unbelievable that they actually put her and locked her in the bank, the back. I'm sorry. Can you start that one, please? Or should we continue? They put her in the back of the police vehicle, and there was Poppy there, left with Itate. I think this is an example of not bearing to see a community member being treated in that manner. And if it was an ordinary community member, that would be the same treatment to friends, to relatives, to the world at large.
In your view, how did her early years in Kimberley shape the woman she became?
Because of her nature, this may not necessarily be her early years in Kimberley. To me, Yvonne was very much involved in serious matters and perhaps didn't really have too much to do in the society outside there. I would therefore say this was a gift. This was also inborn. This was a family issue. I don't remember any other involvement of Yvonne in the community or Yvonne moving around because Yvonne wanted to read her books. She was definitely still in touch with friends from school and in the neighborhood.
What story about your friendship would you like the world to know?
She was more than a friend. We were sisters. We talked about so many good things in life. We talked fashion. Oh, she loved flowers. We talked flower colors. We talked jewelry. We talked arranging furniture. With me, it was basically love, which led to plagiarism. Like I was copying, I was made to copy. Yvonne never wanted me to present a speech without her correcting it. She was very particular. She wanted me to succeed more than I managed. She called my house a halfway house. From her house to town She was dropped at my house, straight to the kitchen, will prepare a cup of tea, or we'll have whatever is available. It was very funny that Yvonne loved watching Muvango. I never thought Yvonne would watch Muvango. But if she's at my place at that time, we'll sit until the end of Muvango. Yvonne loved my family.